If you've clicked on this video, boring isn't for you. Welcome to PowerDrift. I'm Cyrus Dhabhar and we are about to find out if this car deserves your money or your memes. So, a new Fortuner in 2025, which isn't really new. It looks exactly the same like it did when it launched in 2016. Toyota should have brought in a new Fortuner by now, but what they've given us instead is a variant with a mild hybrid. It's called the NeoDrive because apparently now fuel economy and SUV dominance can be put in the same sentence.
So what exactly is new? Does it have more power? Can it run solely in electric mode like the Innova hybrids and the urban cruiser hybrid?
Well, no, those two are proper hybrids and petrol engine. This one is a diesel, retains that engine, and it's more like an electric assist. Imagine a shot of adrenaline to the heart of a 100-meter sprinter just before the start of a race. And you get a badge.
There is a 48-volt motor generator, a small lithium-ion battery, and a bit of electric assist boost thrown in when really needed.
Look, let's get this straight. This isn't really groundbreaking new tech. It's just new for Toyota, for the Fortuner, for India.
That said, this is the smartest, most efficient, and I guess the most economically friendly Fortuner yet. So that isn't a bad thing either. Basically, what this system does is twofold. First, once the car is started up for the first time and is in motion using the normal starter, when it does come to a halt at a signal or in traffic, it cuts the engine off and then uses the starter generator to silently turn the engine back on using a belt instead of the actual starter, thereby also saving on some fuel. The starter generator motor itself is about 20 horsepower, but that horsepower doesn't really add on to the engine, but it helps by adding a bit of electric assist to low-end performance, like a torque fill to reduce turbo lag. For on-demand performance from hybrid vehicles like the Fortuner NeoDrive, Castrol recommends Edge Hybrid Engine Oil, which demonstrates at least 25% benefit across the critical areas of contaminants, engine intermittency, and system efficiency. With its Power Boost technology, Castrol claims it can also deliver more power and more acceleration when you need it most.
So what does it drive like? Well, it drives like a Fortuner, but one that's woken up and decided that today it's gonna try some matcha boba tea or whatever the trending drink is, instead of its usual double shots of Red Bull mixed with espresso. It drives pretty much exactly as I remember Fortuners driving for the last 9 years, with the exception of maybe a slight improvement in low-end performance, but most of you guys will never really understand the difference. There is, however, a slight difference in fuel economy, but Toyota has been cagey in giving us the exact figures. They did give us one figure though. They said on a full tank of diesel, you'll get about 45 or 50 more kilometers to the tank, which means I'm guessing there's a fuel economy difference of about 8 to 10%, which frankly isn't a bad figure. You also get some driving modes, that is a knob you can play with, Sport, Eco and Normal, but frankly it is a Fortuner and thus it's mandated to be driven in Sport all the time.
Which means all the core audience buyers who love the car will still love it.
Let's be honest, at some point in your life, you have wanted one.
This Fortuner NeoDrive isn't revolutionary. Frankly, it's not even evolutionary.
Look, it's just probably Toyota's subtle way of saying, listen, we know you're gonna buy the Fortuner anyway, here's a greener reason to do it. And they're probably right. See you guys in the comments. Cyrus out. Right, so that's the video done with. Welcome to Unscripted, where we rant for a little bit about things that we didn't really want to talk about in the video, or maybe we have talked about it, we want to reiterate. First and foremost though, a lot of people have actually complained saying that we don't put enough technical information in our videos. We do that for a reason. We don't want to have it super technical. We want to have it a little more playful, a little more articulated if you want. But if you want more technical data, What you can do is, there's a link in the description below. Go visit cardekho.com. There is a page for this car, and you can really get all the information that you want. If you're somebody who loves facts, figures, and spec sheets, go to cardekho.com. And of course, you can actually buy the car through Cardekho as well. And there's a lot of other stuff you can go do there. So check it out. Now, coming back to the car. By now, honestly, frankly, Toyota should have had a new Fortuner out. It's 2025. Car's been in production 9 years this November. And it's just getting a little bit old. But is it? I mean, it's still selling. It's still selling well for whatever this sort of segment is. It is still the segment leader. And there are a lot of people who still want the Fortuner exactly as this car is. Now, remember when the HyCross came out, everybody said, oh, it'll never sell. It's front wheel drive. It's a monocoque. It's a petrol engine car. It will never work. But the HyCross is selling like hot cakes, like real hot cakes. So I think maybe Toyota should do exactly what they've done with the Innova. Keep this around for people who want a diesel, and then also do the new generation Fortuner with maybe a petrol hybrid engine. But for now, this seems like a final ditch effort to sort of spicing up the range, or just to make the range a little more interesting just before the new one, comes out. I guess this is done because Toyota needed some sort of offset to their CAFE norms or something like that. I really don't see the reason of having both the normal and the mild hybrid version on sale at the same point, but they could have just done mild hybrid across the board a lot earlier. But the fact that you have options is always a good thing. People do crib saying, oh, we don't have enough cars to buy, right? Yeah, another Toyota Fortuner option for you to buy. Frankly though, the pricing is a little bit crazy, as all Fortuners are, and you could get a whole bunch of different stuff in the same price point, like the new Kodiaq, like the new Tiguan, etc. But then there are people who just want this and nothing else. And I get it. I love the Fortuner for all of its drawbacks too. It's not perfect, but it is for some the perfect car. There you have it then. That's our video done for. As always, remember, see you in the comments. Be respectful. And as we mentioned, if you really do want to check out specs and read technical information, head to cardekho.com and find the Fortuner page, and you will get all the details there. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the comments.